launch day. How on earth are you? Are you having a good one so far? My name is Becky and we are about to launch you into some brand new treats and goodies. We have got for you the new box. It's stuffed full with wobblers. Have you got any of the other boxes? Have you? Let us know. Take some pictures if you have of your stash, because this is box number 40 and we are launching it for you here on Crafters TV today. It is stuffed full of goodies. Just check out the depth of that. You have got so much within here, enough to make a minimum of 16 cards. But then remember that you have got all of those dies and stamps that will last and last and last, and you can use them day after day, year after year. That is your price on the kit today, which is astonishing for how jam-packed these are. You are going to absolutely love these. Now, I will say, we did mention them on the wake-up call. They have been popular, so if you do want to seize the moment, seize it now so you can sit back and relax, because we have got some fabulous demos and unboxings from the wonderful Debby Robinson. Hi, Debbie.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, wherever you are in the world. And how exciting. It's the launch day of the latest craft kit, and this is a gorgeous craft kit to boot, like the rest have been, from the 1 right up to the 39. Now we're at number 40. Number 40, I can't believe it every time I say it out loud. It's the Wobbling Characters craft kit, and I absolutely love this one. It's that kinetic, it's that fun, creative style of card that gives you and offers you something a little bit different, and a little taster into the world of those wobbling characters that we launched quite recently. And funnily enough, we have on this show, Becky, little bird told me, didn't know that one. It's been hastily making something very quick. But absolutely, we've got those as well, because if you love this, you'll love those too, if you haven't already got them. If you've been sat on that fence, do I get them? What are they about? Are they easy to use? Absolutely are. We're going to walk and talk you through every single element of this box, inside out, and the Wobbling Character craft kit throughout this 2 hours. Loads of inspiration. I'll show you lots of finished samples. Bet if you want to get hold of number 40, you've got to be quick, because it is the launch day, and this is got extra, you can see it down there, 50 bonus points on top of it. So once you've purchased it, 50 points are going to wing their way to your account, maybe take you up to that next level. Perhaps your bronze, it's going to just edge you over to the silver. Perhaps your silver, it's going to edge you over to the gold. Perhaps your gold, and you're going to the platinum club. Whoop, whoop. And if you are, look at the price you get in for platinum. Absolutely incredible. So I'm really excited about this. We'll do an unraveling. Still can't get that word right, Becky.
Unboxing?
Unboxing. That's the word I'm looking for. Unboxing. We'll get started with that in a moment, but Becky's going to tell you a few more other things as well. And let's get interactive, let's get social. We asked you earlier on, one person was brave enough to send it in, weren't they, Becky? Pictures of your craft boxes lined up. Are you a craft kit addict? Have you collected them all from number 1? Have you joined in from number 10 onwards? Send us in your pictures. Tell us what you love about this one as well, because it is super busy. He's going crazy in me, telling me how busy it actually is. So honestly, if you want to get hold of your brand new craft kit wobbling characters, let's get ahead of the game. Be the first to get hold of it and literally have fun like you do with all of these craft kits that we do here so fantastically at Crafters Companion.
If you do want to seize the moment, now is your chance. And if you are brand new and you've just tuned in for the first time, you've just stumbled upon us, then that platinum price will be your first price. And we have got an offer on today on a mini. Now, a mini is a die cutting machine. These will fit in the mini, okay? Because the mini is a little handheld machine, and you're going to be able to use the dies that are in here in that machine. So even if you've never done any card making or die cutting, I promise you, if you treat yourself to this and the box, you will be able to make card after card after card and raise loads of smiles. So seize the moment on this one now. You're getting that mini with loads of free dies as well that also fit in it. We have got some other characters coming up for you. I have got on the show for you today the likes of essential adhesives. We have got for you lots of tricolours as well. I've got acetate that's already been really busy. So if you do want to shop the show, do feel free to head on over to our website, add what you want to your basket, then sit back, relax and enjoy. And do feel free to send in those pictures. Maybe you've made things with previous boxes you'd like to share. We would love to see them. For now though, who fancies a little bit of a reveal from Debbie? Ooh, sounded a bit fruity.
What kind of reveal are you talking about, Becky? That's for another show. Let's just tell you what about revealing what's in the box. And honestly, you're going to love this kit. It is, like Becky said, there's so much in here as well for you to get creative with. So as always, with all our beautiful presentation boxes, you get that little bit of inspiration on the front of the box, which again, tells you that you've got over 85 elements in there, tells you the minimum that you're going to be able to make, but think about it and beyond, because I know that you guys do. And literally, it's the same as all of our kits. So the beautiful presentation box that just lines up side by side, or store them upwards, whichever way it is that you want. You get the lovely little welcome note from our Sarah, as always, regarding the project kit. In this case, they're gorgeous. They're so gorgeous. They're so super cute. Look at it. This is the one that I made earlier. But absolutely beautiful kit it is. As always, the gorgeous presentation when it comes to our tissue that wraps around there. All of yours as well will come in like envelope form, Becky, so you'll get some envelopes in here as well. I've just taken mine out so that I can show you, and I'm just going to line those up so you can see those beautiful stamps. We'll start with those cute characters because these really are cute characters. There's no duplication as well, so if you have got the previous wobbler collection that we're going to showcase a little bit later on in the show, there are no repeats. They're all brand new characters. So you've got the gorgeous dog and the cat, the lovely superhero boy there. Look how cute.
I love that.
So cute. And then the little fairy as well. Lovely sentiments that go with it to my best friend, to my wonderful best friend, sorry. I hope your day is magical. And then thank you very much. Love that one. It just makes me laugh. And then this one is your pawsome. So a lovely play on the words on two of those sentiments there. Now, the sentiments themselves, the stamps, I think you could use this in so many ways, not just in this cute wobbler character craft kit, but also for other elements where you could build up and tell a story with your fairy and your lovely superhero boy, and you could be colouring those to your heart content. Stamp loads of images out for your kids, for your grandkids, and enjoy the crafting. But every one of those characters needs its own metal die. So a metal die to create round the cat, round the dog, round the fairy, round the superhero boy, and then the mechanism that creates the beautiful spring-loaded action that creates the wobbler effect, which again is absolutely fabulous. So you've got 4 of those individual, they all have their own. So that is the first things out of the way. You won't get the pens in there, Becky, sorry about that. I've just put mine in there from earlier. But what you are getting are your minimum of 16 cards. So you've got 8 of the 5x7s, 8 of the 4x6 with matching envelopes to boot as well. So you're not even having to go out looking for envelopes because they're all there ready for you. Consumable part of the kit. The bit of the kit that you are going to be able to keep forever, like Becky said, are these characters here. So that means that once all these bits have gone, it doesn't matter because you've got this kit forever. And it really is beautiful. So you've got in here, so ribbons, we've got satin ribbons in here, and assorted colours, a beautiful colour tone in this one as well. I really love the vibe of this one. It's just got a lovely feature to it. And like I said, you're getting 3 of each, small, medium or large. And then you're also getting in here the gorgeous cardstock. So I'm going to separate it because what you've got straight away is the coloured card, and there are 12 pieces of the colour card, and I'll just fan those out so you can see the beautiful colours. How beautiful are they? And look what happens here. The ribbons match that colourway. It's been carefully designed, as with all of our craft kits, to create that beautiful colour combo to perfection. And then as if that's not enough, you've got 18 pieces of the most gorgeous papers in here. And these really are beautiful papers. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, as you can see, they match. The colour tones in here match. So that blue matches the blues that are in there. So again, you can see where you're going with this one, how you're going to build up on those matted layers, and how they all work together so beautifully. And like I said, they all come in presentation envelopes as well. We've got a little bit eco-friendly here, where we're not putting the plastics in anymore. It's literally your paper carriages, I'm going to call them. places where he can store things, or simply die cut into those, use them as layers as well. But they're absolutely beautiful, and that is the entirety of that kit for you, coming to you today at that amazing price. And it is our number 40 edition, and you can be creating fun little characters like the little wobblers, and they are so cute. And all you need to get is yourself some acetate, but we've got all that covered for you as well, Becky, haven't we? We've thought of everything. But you can see the lovely wobble to them when you move them. I just love them. Yeah. I want to wibble wobble with them, do you, Becky?
Yeah.
I'm doing it, and I'm jigging as I'm wobbling it. I'm wobbling it around at the same time as I'm wobbling myself. But literally, you're going to have so much fun with these characters. This is the one that I created this morning on the wake-up call, which, by the way, Becky, we never did demo of the show.
No, we didn't.
We only did 2, producer Johnny. We forgot. We got so excited about meeting Tyne and John and hearing Ben in the background. He wouldn't come on. Just going to give you a little sneak. He won't come on because he got a pair of shorts on. He didn't want to show his hairy legs. And Laura, his lovely wife, was with him as well, and she wouldn't come on the camera either because she said she'd not had her hair done. I mean, come on. But yes, we didn't do that, so we will do this at some point of the show. But what I want to talk about is the star of the show, which is this fabulous brand new craft kit today, the Wobbling Character Craft Kit, issue number 40, where you're going to be able to bring to life some beautiful designs. They're exclusive designs as well, exclusive only to here, to this kit. Won't find these in any of the other ranges that we've got. They're brand new today, and I absolutely love them, Becky, do you?
They are fantastic, and if you do want to seize the moment, you absolutely can. I will just let you know, if you are quite new with us, this will work as an independent. You do not have to have all of the other boxes for these to work. All you're going to need is a die cutting machine, which we have got on for you today. The Mini will work with these perfectly. For the amount you're getting in here, $24.99 really is a sensational price, and you will know that yourself. So do seize the moment on that one. If you love the wobblers and you're feeling festive, let me bring you some Christmas ones, if I may. And we'll have a look here at how you are going to be placing these ones. So in each one, you are going to get a selection of stamps. This is how they stamp out. You are going to get the deer shape, but also some lovely sentiments. You've then got the die that fits perfectly over the stamp, and then you can colour these in. I want to mention the wobbling mechanism in this, because this is the mechanism that makes the wobbler. But as you'll see with our lovely snowman, what you've got here is different size wobblers for the different characters. That's really important with this, because it's a little bit like being on a seesaw. If the balance isn't quite right, it's not going to work. And these need to work, because look at the wobbleability! So I'm bringing to you Rudolph. We've got Mr. Snowman. Oh my gosh, I wish I didn't do that voice. That was weird. Let's move on. It was creepy. I've got Santa Claus for you here. Then I've got his lovely wife there with a little tray of a cookie on it. I've then got our penguin. I love him. We've got your wonderful elf as well here, which would be quite cool for if you're lucky enough to have elf on the shelf around your house. That's not far off, is it? Remembering it's only 107 days till Christmas. Yeah. I've got your robin here as well. Of course, you can make this into any bird you wanted. And then I have got our lovely gingerbread person here as well, with that wonderful wobble ability. And you're getting loads of sentiments, including peace, love and sweets, which I just think is such a cool sentiment. I've not seen that before. So you don't have to pick your favourite, you're going to get them all, and you're going to be saving nearly £16 or $20, oh sorry, or $20 for you today. It's just $31.99 if you are brand new or you're platinum as well. If you do want a multi-buy, so maybe there's two that are talking to you, maybe, you know, Rudolph and Mrs. Claus want to go out on a little afternoon stroll, then you can get that, and what you're going to be getting is two for £10.50 or $18. So it's up to you. You do get a bigger saving on this, but if there's only two speaking to you, then just treat yourself to those two as well. We have got this just in, nearly 20% of the stock has already gone on the craft kit, okay? So if you do want it, nearly 20% of them done. And what I will mention to you as well, because actually, who was it? It was the lovely Lily saying, I'm fairly new to CC, and I'm an addict already. 6 months, so I have been collecting as many of the boxes as I can find. Probably have about 10. And Lily, I thought that was a really interesting word you used there, as many as I could find, because once these go, they do go. We do not then recreate them or reorder them, because quite frankly, we stack them out with so much stuff that it would be a little bit detrimental to kind of keep getting them back in. So if you want them, today is your day. And don't forget, today you get 50 bonus points as well. You'd normally have to spend 50 quid for that 50 bonus points. So you're getting it for free on this purchase today. So do seize the moment if you want them. Shall we see the types of treats we can be crafting with this? Oh, and don't forget, if you do have any questions for Debbie, get them in on our socials, because she's brilliant answering questions, as you rightly know. So do feel free to get these questions in. For now though, shall we get crafting with Debbie? Let's do it.
Yes, please. My favourite part of the day. I love this bit where I can get ultra crafty, because this is what I do with all my kits. I literally get them home, lay them out, think, right, what can I do? First thing I'm going to start with is gorgeous, cute characters. So I'm going to just do a stamp. I'm going to do the dog. I was going to do it this morning because obviously we had Tyne on, and I changed my mind and went to the pussycat, but I'm going to do the dog because I think this is absolutely gorgeous. Now, there's a couple of ways you can start this. Now, I am going to be using my little midi, or my mini, should I say? Not my midi, my mini. I am going to be using it. What a cracking deal they has on that. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to stamp. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can die cut first. So you could die cut the element and then stamp into it. Now, I'm going to do it the other way around. Normally that's what I do, but I thought, do you know what? I'm going to do it the other way around. Now, the only things that you're going to actually need to add, if it's the first time you're crafting and you love the kit, you're going to need yourself a little machine. What a perfect way to start die cutting with this. It has the name Gemini at the side of it, powerful, might be the smallest machine, but it packs a punch. Absolutely glorious. And maybe an ink pad and maybe some cardstock. And I'm using Nina cardstock, which I do know we've still got in stock because we just brought some back. So I am actually going to colour with my tri-blends today. We've got some fabulous pens on though, the show as well. It's got some tricolour aquas, which we'll talk about later as well. But I'm going to stamp him up with my alcohol-proof ink pad because it's going to work perfectly with my tri-blends. So I'm going to go in. Now I've taken a little, I've got a bit big with my cardstock, so I'll probably use that again later on in the show. But look how easy it was to stamp. Rocker blocks for me are an absolute fabulous way. I simply hold them like this and then literally heel to toe push the pressure in the middle. That's how you hold them. You grab hold of it, heel to toe, rock, and you get your precision stamping every single time. And if you notice, I'm doing it on a hard surface. I'm not even having to worry about getting my stamping mat or anything like that. So rocker blocks are absolutely a fabulous way of stamping. So, shall we colour him in, Becky?
Yeah,
let's colour him in before we do any more die cutting. So let me think about my colours. I'll have to go with, I think I'll go with muted brown. We'll have the muted brown. So I've got my tri-blend pens, not to be confused with the aqua colours, because the aqua colour tris, so they're saying the tricolour aquas, are water-based products. This is an alcohol-based product, 3-in-1 pen blend of that colour family. Check the website out. We've just launched some new tri-blend brush pens, which are the extended collection. Go and check that out because I think there's still a deal on those. Before I start though, Becky, need a bit of scrap paper underneath. There we go. So probably my little scrap paper, and let's get colouring. I'm going to be in my happy place now, Becky.
Oh,
I'm not going to apologise. Actually, I've got him in the wrong colour.
Loads of people are in their happy place with these. Cecilia, what a tune. I bet you get that all the time, Cecilia, is saying, these are so cute. Susan's in saying, I do love this new craft kit. It is so cute. And then a heart. Lots of cute things being mentioned as well. We have got Linny in saying, hi everyone, I've just bought some of the wobblers to go on the picnic box and milk carton boxes from tonight's cart load. And I'm going to make, as I make Christmas hampers, and these guys will decorate the boxes full of brownies, etc.
Oh, liking that idea.
That's like a gift upon a gift upon a gift. I love that. Thank you for that, Linny. Susan saying, I cannot wait for my box to arrive. I'm not surprised. Adriana has got a question for you. Debbie, if I joined the sub-box auto ship on HSN, will I get this box?
Ooh, do you know what? I haven't asked that one. I would have said yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes because it's a subscription box. So yes, you will. If you're on the subscription box, absolutely you will on that auto ship that they do on HSN. So yes, because obviously we don't make anything different for there. It's just absolutely. You'll be totally fine. Yeah, totally fine.
Lee's saying, I love the boxes, but I empty them and put all of the contents into my stash, and then I use the brilliant boxes to store my ribbons in colour order. Whoa!
Can we have a picture?
That's organised!
Oh, can we put the email strap on the bottom, please, producer Johnny, Charlotte? Yeah, perfect. Sorry, it's Charlotte's job, that, not producer Johnny. Sorry, Johnny. Sorry. But I'd love to see a picture. What a cracking idea that's
brilliant, that is.
That is a great idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my days.
Carol Ann's got an order just come through, said my gift card holder collection from Saturday's launch has arrived today.
Oh,
that was us,
did those,
wasn't it?
didn't we? We did them, didn't we?
It was.
Producer Johnny, did it? You was Becky, was it?
I was here as well.
Wasn't it? Yeah. It's all of us. It's the same team.
Sounds like the Wizard of Oz, and you were there, and you were there. Oh, have fun with them. They were brilliant, weren't they?
I absolutely love those.
Yeah.
In fact, you know we were talking about who's got the craft along? Guess who's got the craft along?
You have. Oh, nice work. Do you know what it is?
I've seen it. I saw it on my calendar. I got the invite. I'm like, yes, I got it.
Great.
I got it. So I'm really excited about that. I haven't. Oh, producer Johnny, I can't remember when I slept. I can't remember what I did yesterday, let alone what. So I can't give you the date, but I will find the date out. And but I just got the invite and accepted it. So. From Brent earlier, so yes, absolutely. Can't wait.
It's great.
Got to think of a project though now. That's the thing. Got to think of a project that I want to do with it. But yeah, can't wait for that one. So yes, great. Enjoy that package that you had delivered.
Yeah. I've had a message in from Diane saying, I've tried stamping with a new stamp and a new ink pad, but it didn't stamp well. I've heard about priming stamps, but I'm not sure how to do it.
Oh, I can tell you. Let me see if I've got one here handy. So brand new stamps, if I just explain, when they come to you, so if you get a brand new stamp, and it doesn't stamp particularly well, it's because it's not being used. Yeah. So sometimes it can have a film over it. So through manufacturing and things like that. So to prime it, this is how I prime mine. I've heard people use sandpaper and things like that. I'm not going to lie. If you're going to use sandpaper, can I just say you possibly may damage your stamp, and that's all I'm going to say, because you don't know how far down you're going on there. Don't forget a stamp has got a ridge, but similar to a die, but in an acrylic form or a photopolymer form. So I wouldn't do that personally myself. I would be using this, and I simply use our translucent clear watermark pad. I stamp over the image, then I put my ink onto the top. Look at me again, little things there, and then stamp. And you should get then, and do it a few times, but once you've done it priming once, you won't need to do it again. So I hope that answered the question there for you.
Yeah. Let us know if anyone has got any questions about anything like that. Cleaning your stamps as well, similar to sort of priming them, hot water and all that. Do feel free to let us know. Lily is saying, OMG, literally seconds ago, I've just had a massive order box shown up. I'm so excited to rip it open and find out what's inside. Oh, let us know.
Yeah, you gotta let us know. Gotta let us know what's in there. So all I'm doing is I'm just colouring my little doggy up. Let me think. I think I might go with a different colour for his collar, because I were going to stick to my gold and yellow, but I've changed my mind. Plus, I need to get the rest of my tri-blends out. So let me go with ice blue for this one. So let's go into that ice blue. Aren't they just beautiful? Honestly, I think these characters are so cute. And I was saying this morning, Becky, do you know if you've got grandkids and, you know, kiddies that love colouring, get a few of these cute images stamped out and let them have a play. Let them colour them in. Let them run riot with your tri-blends or your colouring mediums, and let them have a bit of fun. I'm getting him a red.
Oh, you could
today.
pop them on little lollipop sticks, right? Imagine you stick them on a lollipop stick, and then you could like create a scene, and you could do like a little puppet show with them, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Like a dog and a cat go on a travel and meet a fairy, and they need a superhero to, I don't know, rescue something. You could do loads with them.
Of course you can, absolutely you can. So now he's all coloured up. Becky, quite happy with how he is, but I don't want to fussy cut him. So I'm gonna pop my dye on there because you've got the exclusive dyes in there too. And I'm gonna bring in his mechanism. Getting right used to saying this now. I had to train myself to say Mecca as in the bingo, and that's how I remembered it. Honestly, that's how I remembered it, Becky. So
Have you ever been to the bingo?
I love bingo.
Oh,
I
me
usually
too.
go with my mum and my sister, but you know, with everything that's gone off, I haven't been since pre-lockdown. So it's been a long time since I've been, but I love a game of bingo. Absolutely. I want to go now. What a night out that is.
Oh, it's great, isn't it? I love it, mate.
Charlotte's never been to the bingo.
Never.
Did I just hear that correctly? Oh, we'll have to go. We'll have to organise a night out up here. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have to organise a night out. Now, this is down to you what you cut your mechanism out with. Do we have the acetate still on the shelf?
The acetate is in that Christmas bundle if you want it. There's a pack of 25, but if you just want the acetate, there's a pack of 75 A5 sheets. So yes, we do.
So there's a choice that you can do. Now, I didn't get to show the guys earlier because we were talking about this because we had a question, didn't we, about the acetate, Becky?
We did.
And the acetate, and I did keep a sheet back from you, Becky, when you gave it me.
Great.
Comes with a cover on. I'm just going to put that to one side just for the time being. I'm just going to grab my poker tool because our acetate, which is the heavyweight acetate, comes with a clear film over it. Can you see how it's a bit dull?
Yeah,
it's not quite shiny. So you just find the end, and I've just took mine up with my poker tool. So when you've got, can you see?
Yeah.
It's got a cover. So you peel back the cover and then it becomes ultra shiny. So take that off, and that's with all of our heavyweight acetate. It's not with every piece of acetate that we do, but mainly anything construction wise we have that over, and that's to stop scratches, you know, in transportation. We stop all that, and obviously keep fingerprints off it until the very last minute because that can happen, but now that's exactly how you do it, and that's what you'll find with every single sheet that's in that pack Becky's just talked about, and you can cut your mechanism out with that if you wish to do so. For my first one though, I am going to use just some white stamping card. So I'm bringing in my little machine. Oh, can I just tell you about this machine, Becky? Can I just tell you, before we get die cutting with it, this is a super, super strong machine. It has got that name, Mini, at the side of Gemini because of the stature of this. This is the smallest machine that we do, and it's a manual, so it's got a turn handle here at the side. It's got a little mouth opening, 3 inches by 6 inches, the platform. Probably one of the easiest platforms that we do when it comes to our machines is you'll get them like this. So you'll get a purple and the folder where all your die cutting takes place, because you simply open it up, pop your die cut with your material in, fold it and run it through your machine, and you keep doing that, and you've got 4 cutting surfaces because that side's a cutting surface, that side is, that side is, that side is. They're all cutting surfaces that can be used. A lot of people forget that. There's 4. This is and these probably the cheapest plates as well to get hold of for consumables once you've used it and used it and used it. Yeah. This one is for your 2D standard embossing folders, which we do a range of small ones as well. Yeah. And you simply pop your material, so your cardstock, in the 2D folder, pop it together with that and feed it through the machine. And then 3D, nothing. You pour it through the machine. That's it. Yeah, great. You feed the little monster. And it is a little monster because it is a powerful machine. It's got those suckers on the bottom, super, super strong suckers, and I'll try and do what I normally do to show you the strength of that machine and those powerful suckers, because I've had machines it past, Becky, let me tell you now. I had to get hold of it. I had to wrestle it to there to stop it from bouncing down the counter. Believe me or believe not, this is gospel truth. They don't have to do that with this. It stays there, stays put, sits lovely on top of machines, any surface it's going to attach itself to, and then you're simply going to feed that through, which is what I'm going to do now, Becky.
Great.
I'm going to pop my little puppy inside there, and in it goes, and I'm feeding it through the back of the machine, and again, once it's, look at me, I've put in no pressure on, and I've got one finger just holding the machine. You could actually put it through without having to do that, because it's absolutely super powerful, and it will cut through tons of designs of dies that we do here at Crafters Companion. And I've got my beautiful little
Look
puppy.
how cute
he is. He's
I
super
love
cute. And then we'll put the mechanism through there as well, because if it is the first time of crafting, and it's the first time you've done this, literally, it's the best machine to start with, and it fits everything in that craft kit. So if you're thinking about this, because Christmas, that horrible word, how many, what did I say?
107 days.
Yeah, I told you
14
about
weeks, is
well,
it?
it's 15 weeks.
15
14
weeks.
next week. My daughter was born in September the 19th, and she was 14 weeks old when it was her first Christmas, and I always remember that. So that's how I remember. When it gets to her birthday, we've got 14 weeks left, Becky. What a great Christmas present. And all those extras, all those extra elements that are included at that price today. And look, again, platinum price, brand new today. If you wanted to get hold of this and your box, you know, your craft kit box, that's absolutely fabulous. Plus the bonus points to help you jump up even more. I mean, it's a really great, a great Christmas present, it really, really is. Right, so I've cut my 2 elements, Becky. So I've got those, and what I'm going to do is, before I start attaching my mechanism to my little dog, I'm just going to move him to one side, love his little red nose. I'm going to bring in what else we've got in that kit as well. So when I bring in, I've got some of the cards that are in the subscription
box.
Becky,
Cool.
thank you for helping me out there, which is one of the 4x6 ones. I've already chopped into the coloured cardstock to actually cut down to size. Now, because I know this is 4x6, I've gone down 1/4 inch either side to create that perfect layer. And with the paper, I've gone down an extra 1/4 inch. So that one is 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. That one is 5.5 by 3.5. So you can see how I take those down in increments. And are we allowed to say about the new launch this weekend? Are we allowed to say about
Not
Craig's?
sure.
Are we allowed to?
I don't know.
Maybe Matt and Larry may be involved.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I know he's coming back because he's cutting short his holiday to go and launch them at Create and Craft, and also here. So I think it might be. Is it Monday?
Well,
We need
Johnny
to find
thinks it's
out.
tomorrow. Johnny thinks
Is it
it's
tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow apparently.
Oh, you were telling me Craig isn't doing the launch here. Who's got the launch? Oh, she'll be in her element. She'll be in her element. So is it Jan? Has Jan got it?
Speaking of dates, just because we didn't mention this and I will forget, we found out the date for your craft along.
Oh!
The 19th it is, Sunday the 19th.
My daughter's birthday. Well, isn't that funny? That's my eldest daughter's birthday.
Oh,
14
well, you
weeks to
won't
Christmas.
forget that.
14 weeks to Christmas, Becky. Yeah.
So
oh
that
my
is-
days. That's crazy.
That's Debbie's craft along with
Yes.
the gift card holders. So for those who've already got it, put that date in your diary.
Absolutely. Now, I forgot to add, I wanted to add a little element here because I've got so carried away, I was putting my glue on the back. Hence why I've got a mucky glass mat now, but not to worry. I'm just going to put that on. We'll just hold that down, and I wanted to put a little feature because you've got those gorgeous ribbons in there, Becky. So I just made a little corner feature with that one. I'm going to pop that on there. I'm going to do the... Do you know what, actually? I can get away with doing that over me. Oh, I can't. I've put my mat down. Oh, Debbie, what are you like? See, I have plans in my head, and then they all go pear-shaped because I get carried away, too busy talking, too busy getting carried away with the launch that obviously Jan's got. Wow, that's exciting. You're going to have to tune in tomorrow then. Another launch day, Producer Johnny. Whoa, we're treating you guys, treating you all. So what I've just done is simply wrapped that around the edge there and created a little bow. And I'm just going to now redo my glue because getting carried away. I meant to do that after, but never mind. And I'm just going to pop that down onto my card blank. Now, I'm just going to clear up this mess here before I get carried away and get it all covered up. So I'm just going to grab a wipe just for a second.
So is this just like a baby wipe?
Yeah, just a wipe. I'm just cleaning my glue off. It actually rubs off. because it is like, it's like not a rubber cement, because that's the wrong way, but it's the all-purpose glue that kind of, it literally just rubs off. So if you get it anywhere onto your thing, and we've got glues coming up later on the cartload show, you can take it off and rub it off. It goes into like a rubber, shall we going to call it?
I know what you mean. No.
Rubber gubbins, I'm going to call it. So because and you can slip and slide it into place. So can you see that I've got that wiggle movement? That's the lovely thing about all-purpose glue, which enabled me to fix my little faux pas of getting it down with my glue on there as well. And you can see it's starting to come together. Got myself another little piece, and I'm just taking elements because I do like to be a bit frugal with my papers. Don't forget you've got 12 of the colour cardstock and 18 of the papers, but I still like to chop into them and add elements to them as well, Becky. So I'm going to add a couple of foam pads. Now then, where did I put my foam pads from earlier?
If you do want the glue that lovely Debbie was using, all these foam pads, we have got an adhesive mega collection on. It's a star buy on the cartload, which is in about a couple of hours time. The offer ends at midnight, so do feel free to have a nosy on there if you need to stock up, because we always need foam pads and things, don't we?
Foam pads, glues, every single bit of glue you can think of, all play a different role.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give that a little tiny Katie Cora element to that, a little bit skew with, coming together. Card blank already sorted, pop that to one side. Then we're going to get into popping in our lovely mechanism onto the back of him. So this is a choice again, and I did say earlier on, I showed you a couple of ways. There's no right or wrong way with where you put your mechanism. All you need to remember is that one element sticks to the back of him, one element will stick to the back of the card. So you create that spring-like, a bit like a spiral pop-out kind of theme going off there, but on a smaller scale. So you could use glues, and on this occasion I am going to use glue. I sometimes use things like red liner tape, but it's a choice, this one, again. So I'm just going to pop on there. Let's pop a little bit onto the back of my strand, of my little thin strand. And I'm going to stick that to the back of my character. So we'll do that one. And then this little piece that goes in the centre, and I'll just pull that out for you so you can see it a little bit, get my poker tool underneath there, sticks to the back of that card. So I'll just pop a little bit of glue down onto there, and I'll place that over. Let's just make sure I've got that right. Let me lift it, let me make sure he's still in there. And make sure then that when you've got him into place, give it a little burnish. And then what you've got now, Becky, is, and this is why I do like to use white cardstock, because you can get a little pull. What you're just doing is bringing out the spiral part element to it, so that then you've got that little wobble factor. And I'm going to let that dry off a little bit, because I have got, now then, where is it? Here it is. I stamped out a little Your Possum, because it really is possum. And I'm just going to map that onto a little bit of my waist card as well. And I'm going in with my tacky glue that's in my fine tip applicator for this one. So I'm going to just pop that onto there. And then we have got that lovely sentiment that matches. I'm just going to slide that into place, because I've just realised I've not got that even. There we go. And then I'm going to pop a little foam pad onto the back of there as well. So let me just chop that down. There we go. And then you've got your beautiful, cute character with everything that matches. And how lovely does that look when you've got them all together and built up. And what you can be doing with these cards is, if you're not sending them out straight away, is pop them back into your box, ready for when somebody says, have you got a card? Have you got a card that I can make? But look, just look. And if I just hold it up there, just move the stamps out of the way, when you give it a little shake, you can see it wobbling. It's just so super cute. And it's that mechanism that makes it wobble and stand proud as well, but really, really cute. Everything working together, from the papers to the stamps. You just choose your colouring medium and what you're going to stamp onto, and jobs are good. Literally, the cutest character gifts you'd ever give to anybody are these fabulous wobbling or wobbler characters, as we call them.
I have got 25% of the stock now gone. 25% has gone bye-bye. Again, if you do want to seize the moment, the box is right here for you. You get your extra 50 bonus points, which normally you'd have to spend £50 for, and you get all that you need in here. All you really need is going to be some ink and a die cutting machine. And I have got a die cutting machine for you because these are delicate and dainty. You've just seen the lovely Debbie using the Gemini Mini, and I've had loads of people messaging in about the Mini. In fact, Cecilia says, I've sent a picture of my granddaughter in using the Mini. We'll have a little look at that in a minute. Caroline is saying the Mini, but mighty. It cuts the butter, cuts like butter. Sorry, here's me imagining Carol Ann sort of going, I hate spreading butter. I'm just going to pop it through my Mini. Don't do that. Yeah, there's lots of you saying, I adore the Mini, always have the Mini to hand. If you do want the Mini, you're brand new, you want to grab this because today the deal is mega. Today you have got the chance to save a whopping amount of money on this Get It Got It Good. This is your mini die cutting machine. You're also getting in here a selection of dies. These ones you can see that fit into this machine. You'll be able to make cards look professional in moments, and you've got a mega saving of nearly 30% actually off that. So a great discount deal. You're getting loads of those dies for free. And remember, once you've got that machine, you can also run your Christmas wobblers through them. And that's what I'm going to bring to you now. So if you've not seen these before, it's the same sort of elements, the same sort of design as you're getting in today's box, but they are festive feeling. In here, we are going to get everything you see on screen now, including the pack of heavy-duty acetate. Now, this acetate is perfect for these elements. We're going to be bringing to you all of these different characters, and you're getting the correct size mechanism for each character, and that means that you are going to get that perfect balance every single time. If you do want to cut these out in acetate, which you'll see, or maybe not because it's clear, we have been using on here. The acetate's great because it is nice and sturdy. And if you do have a little look online, you can buy individual mechanisms. So you can buy these individually. The one that I found online actually that were made of what looked to be an acetate, you bought a pack of 48 of them and they were £20.50, making them 43p each. If you get your acetate and you get a pack of these, you can literally make them over and over and over and over. You could make thousands, and that is not an exaggeration. So well worth the money. Rudolph I've got for you. I've got my little snowman. We've got Father Christmas. We've got Mrs. Claus in here as well. And Mrs. Claus has got her a lovely little gingerbread man on the bake there as well, which is quite cute. Then I'm bringing to you my penguin. He's a lovely penguin. Boing! Whoa! Whoa! He loves it. I've also got my little helper elf. He's so cute, this little helper elf. He's got really, it reminds me when I was a professional elf, actually. I worked at a local zoo for festive season, and I was an elf. And then I got a promotion to head elf. Yeah. It didn't really change much. My pay packet changed by about 10 pence, and my hat was slightly pointier. But anyway, I've also got for you the wonderful bird design, your robin. You can make it whatever colour you wish, of course. And then, as I've said before, we've got the gingerbread man, who always reminds me of, you know, the one from Shrek? You don't know the one? Do you know the Muffin Man? That one. Not my gumdrop bottle. That one, yeah? Yeah, do you remember that?
I do, yeah, absolutely, I do.
Yeah, he's cute, isn't he? So you can grab whichever you like. In fact, you don't have to pick. If you get the whole collection, you get the acetate. If you do want to pick, though, maybe you just want not my gumdrop buttons and you want the robin together, then you can get them. It's £10.50 if you just want to select two, or $18. So work out what is best for you. Shall we treat ourselves to see how we can get festive feeling with these? Debbie, What are we making?
Well, I'm going to show you some samples first before I get
Great.
into making, because I had to show some of these. Love this one Michelle's done. It's a wobbler on a wobbler. I love it. It's Father Christmas. Look at him. He wobbles and he wobbles. So I just think this is a really great character, and lots of ways that you can use them. I love the robin. Is just absolutely beautiful. And because of that mechanism that you've got, it creates that lovely wobbling factor. The gingerbread man, I mean, just look at him. And you can see him wobbling there. The penguin. Add elements that you have in your stash to make them really good fun. And as long as you've got this bit right, Becky, you're not going to go wrong when it comes to using them. Can I just say, I love her. I absolutely love her. She's not going to mind, but we all say it. We think that Leanne and the team based this lovely design on our gorgeous Fiona, because honestly, every time I see that, I think of Fiona in a nice way, because that is the cutest Mrs. Claus I've ever seen. And you know, Fiona is, she is a lovely woman. She really, truly is. Just wish we could get her up here more, I really do. But again, lots and lots of ways that you can use them, lots of different styles of cards that you can use them, and you can use them in multiples of ways. You can use them in ways with other elements that you may have in our collection, which again, just lovely. And the Father Christmas is just there at the bottom, so add them to your other things that you have in your crafty stash to really bring them to life. But they are really super cute, and because I love her so much, and I do love Fiona, massively, learnt so much, huge respect for her, because I've learnt so much from Fiona over the years. I am going to use Mr. and Mrs. Claus. I just think they're so cute. Look how beautiful they are. And I love these. And again, you can see that even though we've got the craft kit being the new launch of the craft kit, you can see that there are no duplicates in here. Lovely thing as well on how you can do that and put your mechanism and manipulate your acetate to get that spring effect. So a little top tip in there, and it does talk about using strong adhesive tape to secure it, which again we have you covered. So I've got my Father Christmas, I've got my Mrs. Christmas or Mrs. Claus, got myself some card stock again. So I'm going to bring in my little Mister, put him next to Mrs. And again on here what you've got is a bunch of sentiments too, so you can really work with these. You've got Have a Sweet Christmas, From Our Home to Yours, and Sending You Sweet Wishes, Have a Jolly Time, Love from Santa, Merry Christmas to You All. And each one, their own set of stamps, their own die cut elements, and their own mechanisms in there as well. They're spring loaded mechanism. So I'm going to ink up again. I am going to stick with my tri-blends because I do love my tri-blends. I'm not going to lie. Everybody asks me what my favourite colouring medium is, and it's a tri-blend and the tri-blend brush pens every single time. And I'll never tire of using them. So I'm giving that a good coating all the way around. There we go. There we are. And then literally using my marker block, and I'm not going to worry about any excess ink, but grab on hold of it again and heel to toe and push that down, and you create your beautiful stamped image again absolutely perfectly. So I'm just going to clean that up though, Becky, because John shouted at me this morning, Becky.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't really shout. He didn't really shout.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't shout. But he said to me, Debbie, how can you get messy when you've not even started crafting? So I've promised myself and him it's going to be really tidy behind here when I leave tonight. That's the ultimate goal.
I'm not going to lie because we don't like to, but you did hear that clatter before and you've thrown all of those daubers on the floor over there. Did you notice that?
Have I thrown them again?
Yeah, it's
I am,
they're all
Becky.
over the floor. There's about 30 of them all out of the box.
No, I am cursed with those things. They seem to, no, Becky, I had no idea. Can I just have a little peek?
I just thought, as you were saying, I'm going to be really tidy.
Becky, don't let John come in with copies later.
Yeah, okay.
Make him stick round this side so he can't see it. I did promise him, I said, I'm going to be so tidy, I'm not going to make a mess. I had no idea. Honestly, the last time I did it, Becky, can I just tell you, had it behind the back of my machine.
Right.
Ran the plates through, busy talking, 2 minutes about into show. Ran the plates through the machine, big bang, crash, wallop, everything all over the floor.
Got you.
I do it all the time.
And you threw that like nice pack shot off on the morning, didn't you, as well, after about 3 seconds?
Through, Becky, through. Do you mean I knocked it over?
Yeah.
Did I throw it? Come on, while we're divulging, tell them about what Charlotte's done to your pen, Becky. Come on, we've got to tell everybody now.
She's taking my pen. I had a pen it was a very lovely pen. I mean, it was from a supermarket and it was 2 for 80p. But yeah, it's a particularly good pen, and I had it yesterday, and at the end of the show I was looking down the back of the sofas and everything for it, couldn't find it. Today Charlotte goes, oh yeah, I had that pen. What have you done with it? Dunno. I've put it somewhere.
Just put it somewhere safe, Becky. That's the line I use to my lot. I've put it somewhere safe.
Oh yeah, I do that as well. Yeah, the safe place that you put it and you can never remember.
Yeah, the safe place that we always forget. Absolutely. Oh dear. Right, Becky, I'm using my red tri-blend for this one, which is the dark red blend, and I'm going in with me lightest, then my darkest, then medium colour, and then finishing that off by just blending them together to get that lovely seamless blend, especially when the alcohol evaporates. So they are a lovely medium to use and work with. But what I do love about these stamps is there's not a lot of colouring. You know, like sometimes when we have to do colouring demos and we'll say to you, well, we'll show you the one that we finished earlier, the Blue Peter style one, because we don't tend to have time to finish the whole you know, the whole lot of it. But with these, they're a nice size to get, not like I said, not just grandkids and your kids involved, but to have a nice colouring session and feel like you've achieved something because you can get it all done in one go. Definitely. Which is what I love about these.
We've got so many people messaging in. Adriana is saying, I love this, and think we can all relate to this. The webinar I am on is so boring. I'm so glad that you're here to help the time go faster. So are you on mute on the webinar, and are you just smiling and nodding now and again? Actually listening to us. I love that. That's brilliant. We have got loads of people chatting about my dress. Thank you. It's a real swish-a-thon. It really is. Hello to... Kirsty is saying hand sanitizer also is good for cleaning glue off your glass mat. That's a good tip. Thank you very much. Susan says, Debbie, I loved your take on the gnomes snow scene embossing folder the other day. It is a great background for the wobbling snowman.
Yay!
Great idea.
Honestly, we're here to share information and things like that with you guys, literally. But yeah, I love embossing folders, Becky. So if I can ever share anything or bring them into any kind of things that we have, I will do, because I've got a terrible addiction to them. I really have. It's shocking. I'm not even going to admit to how many I own.
Why do you love them so much?
I love what they do to a plain piece of paper.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it, and the different things that you can do with them, like the inking over technique, the the letterpress technique. I just love the effect that they can create really beautifully. So yes, if I can ever bring them in, I will do. Absolutely. So brilliant. I'm just going round, because I want to keep a penny a little bit white, but I just want to lift it a little bit. So I'm just using a little bit of the ice blue. Of course, you could use things like the ice grey, just to lift it a bit, because I don't want to colour the whole of that penny in, but I want to give some definition to it. So I'm just lifting it with a little bit of colour. And then I'm going to go around the outside.
We've had a question in from Jay saying, I've just received my mini. What is the purple shim used for?
Embossing folder, standard embossing folder. So you'll have a standard embossing folder that's 3 by 6 in size, and you put that on top. I wish I got one with me, but I haven't got one with me. I'll have a look for one later. But you pop it on top. So you put your cardstock inside your embossing folder, put the embossing folder on top, and run both of those platforms together. And it's the shim thickness. That's why you need that there, because a standard embossing folder on its own wouldn't go through. That's why the purple shim is there for. So I hope that cleared that one up for you.
Perfect.
Right, I'm going to continue to colour, Becky, because I love these.
You carry on
images.
colouring. I've got loads of people coming on in. Mary Lee is saying, put something where I can find it gets me into trouble every time. Yeah. It is. It's like, oh, I'll put it somewhere safe. Oh, I'll put it oh, you know, that's a sensible place to put it, isn't it? And then you can never find it, can you?
No.
And then it's when you lose something else and you go and look for that you find the other thing you needed like 3 days ago, isn't it? It's always the way.
That is so true. That is so true. It really is. Oh dear. I do it to myself all the time.
Saying that the safe place in our house, you never ever see it again, even when you rearrange rooms and take everything out. Maybe it's like sort of a magic hole or something somewhere in your house, Panda Craft. You know, like when you lose socks in the washing machine, you're like, where did they go? I do think there's some sort of void at the back of my washing machine that's just like a little sock nibbler. Anyway, we've got Beverly in with a question saying, good morning, I was wondering, is there a trick for lining up the die over the stamped item to get a smaller rim around the stamped figure? Good question.
So you want it small, because the way I had to literally sink that question in then. So I'm taking it you mean when you've die cut that out, you wanting it even smaller. If you wanted it even smaller, you take your scissors, get your scissors to it and cut around it, because these have been designed to give you a little bit of white work around it perfectly, and I'll show you that in a moment when I die cut it out. But for lining it up, if you struggle with lining it up, I'm going to give you the quickest, easiest way. Die cut and then stamp into it, because it makes it easy, because you can physically see the stamp going then. Whereas this way round, it's sometimes, if you haven't got it lined up correctly, and all I do is I look at the design and see if there's any, like, so if I took it over there for a second, you can visibly see no white line here, too much white line. I know that if I ran that through the machine right now, I'd be cutting half my design off. So just place it around, and by eye, that lovely Yorkshire expression that we use, physically look around there to see if there's any of the, you know, any uneven parts, and then do it. But if that's too much for you, cut it out in white and then stamp over the top.
Great.
So I hope that was where she was going with that question.
Yes, I think it was.
I like to help where I can.
Sarah's asked, do you have to use the acetate for the wobblers?
Oh no. The acetate is there to give you that lovely see-through element, because obviously the kinetic movement means that you'll be able to see at the back. So we've put the acetate in there because, as you all know, if you see me use it, Becky, it's invisible. It is to Debbie anyway, so it's very clear, transparent and see-through. So for that reason, it looks good on the kinetics, and I will use some acetate next. But my personal preference is white stamping card, because it's one of my main go-tos every single time to use for the mechanism, which I did on that very first demo. And literally, if I just show you the one that I've already die cut out, that's what it looks like in white card. Oh, now then, where did me acetate one go? This is the problem, Becky. This is the problem. I'll die cut one out in a moment to show you. But when you run that through, there's no right or wrong way. And I suppose it depends what you're stamping onto. For the colour, the colour behind it. But white for me works really well, and I can see it. I can visibly see how to spring it out with acetate. I struggle sometimes, but acetate or white stamping card or whatever colouring medium you're going to be using, you can absolutely do that. Now I will speed this up a little bit. I can't believe nearly an hour's gone. I mean, where did that fly? That is literally crazy. But what I thought I'll just show you is, if we do it this way, let's run it through. And I'll, for me lining up, how I look at it is, I told you, I like to see if I can see anything uneven. So running that through your machine, and I'll hold it in place. Let me trim my Father Christmas off, because I've already got him coloured at the side of me here. So if I just take that, bring back in my mini. I would keep wanting to call it midi. Mini. It's the mini. And pop that into there. There we go. And run it through. It couldn't be any easier, really, could it, Becky? It's absolutely, I mean, it's a great machine. It's a very powerful machine. It doesn't pack a punch.
Don't forget it's on offer today as well.
Yeah, it really is. But now you can see that I've got the even white all the way around. If you didn't want that and you don't like it, get yourself, and I wouldn't be using big scissors for this, Becky, I'd be using my snippers. Bring your snippers in, and if you don't want the white, just go in and trim around it. So go in close, and when I say close, go in as close as you can to the black line image and cut it that way, okay? So that's how you could do it to get away with not having the white on there, okay?
You could also colour that section in to maybe match your backing paper,
do you
couldn't
know,
you, or something?
it's like you read my mind, because literally, if I bring my Father Christmas back in, and this is something I've done for years, I have, and Craig does it ever such a lot as well, is that if you don't like the white line, it's too stark for you, get yourself a light coloured. Now, I used to use, before I used Spectrum Noir Markers, when I first started colouring, I used a different brand, and I use like a light green to lift it off. But I do use, in our Spectrum, I use either ice blue or the ice grey, and simply go around the edge of your design. So you'll see Craig do it a lot, and because he loves it, it's the effect he loves doing it. I do it now and again. I used to do it all the time, but I suppose it depends again on that image. So if you don't like the whiteness, you can go around the edge.
And it really does make a massive difference once it's cut out, doesn't it?
It does, and it takes away the harshness. I'm just going to say that I think this poor little ice grey has been used a bit, well, with an inch of its life, and I think we're coming to the end of the pen, because here in the studio we use our colouring mediums ever such a lot, and I can start to see it's needing a replacement in there.
Don't worry, just give it to Charlotte. She'll put it somewhere safe.
Oops, I've got the wrong one there. I'm thinking, why does that not fit? That's because that's Mrs. Claus, not Mr. Claus. And then when you bring it through, and shall we run that through again? Let's just pop that down. So I'll hover him over where I think I've got it all nice and even. I'll put my low tack tape, we'll run it through the mini again, pop that into its platform. And like I said, this platform is so easy to use. You simply place your die into the centre of the platform, or wherever it is in the platform, and run it through. Always remember when you are using your machine that, especially on a mini or a midi, that the sealed unit, so the sealed corner, goes in first. Because there, you could do some damage if you don't. So I always say go in with a sealed edge that hits the rollers first. So again, when we take that out now, Becky, what we've got is our lovely, cute Father Christmas, but he hasn't got that stark whiteness around the side of him now because I've just lifted it. And you can use that with other colours as well. So there's other colours that you can choose in your spectrums. I always go with the lightest one for it though, because that's the one I prefer. So we've got the mechanisms cut out, because I've already pre-cut them. The next one that I do, I will cut out in acetate, I promise, so that you can see the difference. I'm just going to try and keep everything together before I start losing things. So I've got my two mechanisms. I've already pre-coloured my Father Christmas and my Mrs. Christmas, all pre-coloured, ready to go onto a card. I've got my card blank. So what I've done with this one, talking of nesting dies, something I love using a lot is our nesting die range to create myself things like shaped easel cards, which is what this is. So this one, I'm just trying to remember which one. Oh, it's the fancy oval, stitched fancy oval I use for this one. You'll find lots of matte and layering dies on our website. I carry a set around with me, Becky, in my craft, in my very large craft. I use them a lot, so if I've got to make last minute prep or things like that, I will use them a lot. So I always carry a set around with me for doing things like this, because you can make some really quick, easy card blanks very quickly with them. It's just what I've done here. So I'm just going to line that up. I'm just going to open it up for a second. I've put my glue onto the bottom part of the fold, and I'm just going to line that up. So I'll just take a second just to make sure I've got it lined up neatly.
Okay.
There we go. That looks about right. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's the only problem with the strong adhesive. My goodness, it's super strong. Once you've got it down, it won't budge. Right, so there we go. That is now my easel card. You can see the shape of the easel card like so. And then I'm just going to pop on now, and I've used papers. I don't know if you can recognise these from the Gnome collection.
Oh,
Bit of cross matching and using your crafty papers in other ways, and I thought they really worked perfectly with this. So that's my bottom layer. I've got my top one, and I've just gone down the extras. You can see I've just gone down an extra size when I've done this. And simply, and again, a bit of longevity with yours, I've just used the smaller one to create a little bit of the gutting, what we call the gutting, or the, what did we say the other week? Hollowing. Is that how we said it?
Hollowing.
Hollowing?
Hollowing. Hollowing.
Holding? Hollowing?
Hollying.
I'm sticking my gut in.
Hollowing.
I'm sticking my gut in. Gutting out the inside, so to speak, so that you get a little bit more, because it actually helped me create my inside panel. So that's what I did. So I'm not wasting anything, not wasting any cardstock. So I'm going to lift that up though. I'm going to lift it up with some of my foam pads again. I'm going to have to think of it. I just need to work out how to use that word better, because gutting always sounds horrible. Never sounds nice. So I'm going to pop that onto the front, Becky. So that is like so, onto there. I've actually got myself a stamp from there, from that Father Christmas one, which is the Merry Christmas to All. That's going to act as my easel stopper. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm lifting it with foam pad tapes, so it does create that stop. It literally stops how that goes in. Are you all thinking of words in me here?
I'm just trying to, I'm being super duper casual over here. I'm just trying to do voting.
Oh!
And I'm going V-O-T-E. They're going V-S. Two words. I was trying to be casual and go, let's not forget to do the vote for the wake up call vote. And we'll do that in a bit.
And there's me thinking you were coming up, producer Johnny and Charlotte, with all these different words, because I weren't quite listening. And I just heard these odd words being used, and I thought you were trying to tell me different words to use for the word gutting.
No,
I didn't realise you were in secret code with Becky.
Yeah, sorry, it's why I'm never in the Christmas team for charades. We got there in the end. We're going to be getting you to vote basically soon.
Absolutely. Now I'm popping onto one end. So when you think about this mechanism, all you need to do is, like I said, it's like a spring coil. So you just need to literally manipulate it to spring out. And I've put my glue on the back of there, and I'm using red liner tape this time, so because you can use any type of glue. I'll probably use a different glue next time. Let me just grab my pokey tool though to pick it up, because I'm talking to you about these silly nails. Oh, dearie me. Tomorrow can't come quick enough.
They are lovely though, and they're a great colour and so glitzy.
They are beautiful, but they've now outgrown. I mean, I've had them on since I was on holiday, actually, since beginning of August. I think they've done really well. Really well. But I do need a new set on, because I need to trim them down, because they've gone incredibly long now. So they're making crafting slightly awkward, which is never good when you do it for a living, Becky. As much as they look nice, but I'm not going back to short stubby fingers, not if I can help it anyway.
Michelle's just saying, is there a basic tricolour blend set that you would suggest, Debbie, that's kind of maybe reds, blues, yellow, greens, etc.?
So for tri-blends, because now then I need to just check this out, because if I'm right in thinking, you can't purchase can you purchase tri-blends separately?
You can buy them in the sets, can't you? So
you can buy them in sets. So if you were, well, the thing is, Becky, there's only been two. So there's 4 sets of tri-blends. I'll just hold my fingers here so I can tell you. Tri-blend brush pens. Then you've got the second set that are different colours to those. If you're wanting those primary kind of colours and those kind of things, I would go with the first set. Great. And then you've got tri-blend brush pens, which are the first set, and then the extended collection, which in the extended collection has got 12 pens that marry up to the 12 pens in the initial box to offer you more scope of colour from the colourway family. So you've got, instead of 3 colour blend family, you've got 6, because there's 12 of those pens that marry up with those 12 pens from the initial one. Great. And then you've got 2 separate 12s. I'm just using my hands again. 2 separate 12s there. I feel like I'm shimmying then. But if you're going to go for anything, go for probably the original colours. So the original tri-blends, the very first one, which is in the black box, and you'll find it on the website at 24 pence, 72 colours, and get yourself a really good sound colours to then build on your collection, where you could add to the others with the other boxes that come with it. For me, tri-blend brush pens kind of swing it, just because the flexibility of the nib. So on the nib from a tri-blend, so a tri-blend, and I don't think I've got a tri-blend brush pen on me, but I will go and find one, is the nib difference. This is a bullet nib, tri-blend brush, straight away, brush being different, is that flexible Japanese brush nib, which means you can get into precision colouring as well as laying down lots more colour. So for me, they kind of edge it a little bit. If I was starting, if I had started first, the tri-blend brush pens would be the one that I'd have got. and I'd have gone with the originals, but again, you can extend later on. So just think about that. Go and check them out on the website. They're all on the website. You can go and check those out.
Lovely.
So that you can get yourself a good set of colours. But for me, they're the best pens ever. And before long, you'll end up with all 4 sets. You really will. Right, so I'm going to attach my mechanisms now to my lovely little characters. So to my lovely little Mrs. Fiona Claus.
We were saying before, what is her name? Because Santa Claus is Nicholas, isn't he? St. Nicholas.
Does she have a name?
Well, she must do. She can't just be Mrs. Claus.
Who said Margaret? Have you Googled it?
They've looked online and Margaret came up as the first one.
Well, I never knew that. I didn't know
Claus.
Mrs. Claus was called Margaret.
What did you think her name was?
I didn't think she had one, Becky. I'm not
You
gonna
just
lie.
thought she was Mrs. Claus?
I just thought she was Mrs. Claus.
Excuse me, Margaret is an independent woman. She has got her own name. We just didn't know what it was. She does look a lot like a Margaret, actually, doesn't she, Mrs. Claus?
She definitely looks like a Fiona.
Fiona, all right.
I'm not going to lie. Mrs. Fiona Claus, I'm going to call her. Now then, all I've got now, Becky, is my glue's attached, so I'm just going to hold it there so you can see. Give it a little twig, you know, little pull out, little tease out so that you've got that mechanism working. Don't keep it flat. If you keep it flat like this, and I'll just keep that one there for a second, keep it flat like this, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to sit there. So all you need to do is give it a little pull, little tweeze, whether you're using cardstock or whether you're using acetate, and then we're going to attach them. So I've got them all ready, so I'm going to place them, put them into placement, and then give it a nice, and all I tend to do, Becky, is I lift up and I go back down wherever my end is. And it doesn't matter if you use a disc end or the long end, doesn't matter, because you'll still get the same, because the mechanism works with the wobble factor. So can you see now, if I just do that, because I've pulled it out, you can see him starting to wobble. And when you move it and shape it up, and if I just turn it over to the front so that you can see it, you've got that lovely cute, and it really is super cute, because I've pulled them and manipulated the mechanisms. It means that I've got that spring-loaded feature to them, and for me that is the most important part. I talked about this during the craft along. I've seen loads of cards where they're just flat, and then people saying that they're not wobbling. They're not wobbling because you've just not teased it. You just need to tease it, pull it into shape, and there you go. And as you can see now, my Mr. and Mrs. Claus working side by side off their cards, because they've got that spring action, but they wobble now. When they're moving, they've got that lovely wobble factor to them. So I hope I explained that a little bit. So the craft kit wobbling characters are more everyday characters. This one is where the inspiration came from. Was the original ones, which are the Christmas themed ones. So we've got those on the show, and I believe is that the price that the launch was at? I've got a feeling it might be the launch prize party. So absolutely amazing that we've been able to bring that deal back for you today at that price, so you can collect the whole collection. Then you can have an everyday one with your craft kit, and you can have your Christmas themed ones for Christmas. And these kind of cards are never going to go out of fashion. They're one of those standout pieces when they're on anybody's mantelpiece, because they've got that lovely wobbling edge to them. They just think they're such good fun, and really get involved with the kids. Just think they're absolutely fabulous. I love them, and I do love the craft kit too. So for me, it's a winner.
They are absolutely brilliant, aren't they? And just think, you don't just have to put them on cards. I'm imagining putting them on things that move. So think about clock hands, you know, clock hands as they tick. You could actually attach those to the end of clock hands around Christmas, and with every tick they'll be wobbling. Put them on your Christmas crackers. Maybe you put them on table decorations next to someone's name to take home. They are going to make people smile from ear to ear. We're going to feel like right silly billies now, because both Pam E and Sandra had said Mrs. Claus, they call them Merry Christmas. That makes so much sense. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, oh, I love that.
That makes
Merry
sense.
Christmas, of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sherry is saying, I think her name is Jessica. If you based it on the Year Without a Santa Claus movie. So she's called Jessica in that, apparently. She's got a few names, hasn't she? And anyway, if you would like to treat yourself, now is your chance. Earlier on, if you were watching, if you missed out on Wake Up Call, We had a great show. We had a dog on air, really, yeah. Charlotte's lovely dog was on air, wagging a little tail, lovely tying. John came in holding her. I know that will have perked some ears up. He came in, giving her a little cuddle. And because of that, we all got so nattery and distracted that we forgot to do the vote. So we're going to vote now on the card of the show, and this is for Wake Up Call. We'll do another vote for this show in a bit. So, Debbie, take it away.
Right, so we only completed, because I did a one-on-one with plates, Gemini plates, that proved to be very popular. So there was no demo for that one, although I did cut loads of things out. But the first one we did was the gorgeous cat from the Wobbler collection. So that is number 1. And then number 2 was from the very depleted stock that we had left of the rose gold. And that was number 2 from the rose gold. So it's number 1 from the character kit, or number 2 from the rose gold kit collection that we had on. You decide. That's what we should have done this morning, Becky. We should have done that this morning.
So do feel free to get voting. You can do that on YouTube or Facebook. We would love if you do us a favour. Do you mind just checking out your baskets for a minute? The reason we ask you to do it is purely because we need to know how much stock we've got. Because say we only had, 10% left and we hadn't mentioned it, and some people hadn't put it in their basket and we hadn't said it, we would understandably have a bit of a telling off. So if you don't mind checking out your basket, then you can sit back, relax and enjoy the rest of the demos. Whilst you're checking out the baskets, let's find out a little bit more about our deliveries.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
you entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome back to Crafters TV, you lovely people. How is your day going so far? We have had a really busy one. So many of you are checking out on these goodies, and we want to bring you a few more treats if we may. Before that though, I've already had the vote winner through. So before we forget, should we know which one the winner is? Because we already forgot in the morning. So this was the vote for the show earlier on. We will do another vote. The card of the show was number 2.
Oh, the rose gold. Oh, well, thank you very much. So we'll pop that over with Becky for later on tonight when we do the demo of the day. So thank you very much for that.
And we will be doing another vote for demo of the show in this show. I'm bringing to you now some tri-colour marker collections, and what we're going to be bringing to you is a big stash of your different independent colours. Now, the collection that we've got on your screen right now, you are going to be getting a set of 12 of those ones within it. And if you've not seen tri-colours before, they have got so much personality. So I'll just show you the box as they come. We are giving you 3 pens in each box, but as you'll see, each pen has different selection of colours. In this one, for example, which is your primary collection, you get warm primaries, you get your cool primaries, and you get your complementary primaries. The complementary primary pen looks like this, going from purple to apple green, to alpine green, sorry, to amber. These, where they sit on the colour wheel, fit in together. So you're getting that kind of thoughtfulness, that kind of importance, and that kind of workability in every single one of these packs. And because they are water-based, you can use them just as you would watercolors. Use them straight onto cards and the color will be highly saturated. And when I mean saturated, I mean impact. Think a little bit about when you're making yourself a cordial. If you put a little bit of cordial into your water, it'll be very wishy-washy. Put loads of cordial in and that strength will come through. This is that high saturation. This is a bit like when you have more water in your cordial, but see how beautifully they blend with that water. Professional finishes. We've got the essential neutrals, your great outdoors. I love this one because you've got your sort of floral feel, your oceanic feel, and then your, canopies of forest and meadows. We've got that floral feel as well. Loads of those colours that actually go pretty great with maybe the sugar plum fairy we have in that wobbling kit today. And then I've also got your basic colours. These are great for, it was Michelle who was asking about what would be a really good one with all the basic colours in. You've got them in here if you want the water-based. You don't have to pick your favourite, you are getting all of them in here. Today you are saving yourself a big heap of money, especially if it's your first purchase or you are platinum member. Just £23.98 for each of those ones. So do seize the moment. Because if you did want to, stamp out a design onto, say, your watercolour card, which I have got an offer on, and you wanted to colour these in, there's nothing stopping you. It would just give you a little bit more of a, especially if you spritz them with water, a bit more of an artistic flaring effect. So do feel free to treat yourself. The wobbling Christmas box has been popular. I have got over a third of the stock gone now, about 34% we're working with at the moment of that. So if you do want to seize the moment, this is your box and it is stashed full with all of the goodies listed there, and we will run through each one of these goodies as we go on. It is box number 40. So if you do want to add this to your collection, it's launching here at CTV right here, right now, and you've got that fantastic deal as well as 50 bonus points to get you a step closer to your desired level in Club Inspire. These are just jam-packed, aren't they, Debbie?
They always are, Becky. It's what we do at Crafters so well. I always like to think of these as a box for you to try Some of our well-known features like create cards, like flower forming, all those kind of things. And it's like a try before you buy kind of thing, which is what I absolutely love about them. They're absolutely fabulous. This one, a standalone box that's going to work on its own. All you need to get yourself is maybe some ink to stamp with and maybe a little die cutting machine like the lovely Mini that we have on. But they are jam-packed full of lots of crafty goodies, and there's inspiration as well, because there are lots of our design team members out there that take their box and they put their makes all over social media for you to have a look at as well. So we never leave you alone with these. They're absolutely fabulous boxes. Now, as always, that presentation for me is just world class, and that's what you get with these box. Inspiration on the front, so you can get some ideas on how to create, but there's nothing to stop you from taking these out and beyond into your crafty stash. As always, we have the lovely welcome note from our Sarah, who's very busy today, very exciting, big news, but she's not telling us all, is she? We can't find out. We're not allowed to. But our lovely Sarah, always a little introduction, and then the beautiful box that always comes so well presented as well, for me, which I just think gives it a little bit of edge from the other craft kits that are out there on the market with other companies. This is like, no, it's just world class. It really, really is.
Well, so, it's like when you showed me around the office before. Yeah. We have all of those trophies on that trophy wall for a reason, don't we?
Absolutely we do. Absolutely we do. Because we're a leading brand in that craft industry, and absolutely the best company to work for too. So, I'm going to start with the cutest characters ever. I love them. I love the dog, the cat, the little superhero boy with his cape on. I can imagine Ezra being like this. He's like it now. He thinks he can walk. Keep telling him. He's only 9 months old. He's pulling himself up. He's got more bruises all over him. But he's going to be a little superhero. I can just sense it. I'd like to say Sapphire would be the fairy, but she's very much into all a Spider-Man at the minute. You know, all those kind of things. Paw Patrol and those kind of fairies don't quite cut it for her at the minute. But look how cute she is. And then you've got a lovely set of sentiments in there as well. Now, again, those can be used on their own, Becky, but you have the set of dies, which is where the magic is going to work. So each one of the designs, the stamp designs, has its exclusive die and its mechanism as well. So you've got your dog, your cat, your superhero, and your lovely little fairy, each one with their own, which means you can do multiples of these at any one time. Normally, you'd probably have to we'd put one of those in there, and then you'd have to cut them out 4 times. But we're not. We're being very generous with the dies. So you've got all your metal, all your stamps to get yourself started. We've even popped in here all your card blanks. So for the minimum of this kit, there's 16 cards, because there's 8 of the 5x7s, 8 of the 4x6s, with the matching envelopes to boot as well. You've got in here some lovely ribbons that match the colourways of the papers and the cardstock that's in there, and the various sizes from the smallest right through to the thickest of them, and they're absolutely beautiful too. The colour tone on this that I did say to you, Becky, I just think it's absolutely beautiful. You can see the gorgeous papers. You're getting 3 of each of the paper designs. So if I just show you, you've got 3 of those gorgeous colours, and you can see they all mix and match. The colourways are absolutely beautiful on this kit. So we've got all of these for you to have a play with. I think I've split those up there. Let's just go in. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that one. Love this one. I've been using it ever such a lot. And then you've got all your solid colours. So you're getting 18 of the printed, and you're getting 12 of the solid as well. And you can see the colourway running through those. Absolutely gorgeous. That match the ribbons as well. So that's all your kit sorted out for you. It comes in those presentation envelopes as well. So you've got a lovely gift to give to somebody as well. And what I would be doing, once I've made my cards, Becky, like I said to you, I would be also, all my stamped images that I've got already stamped, I would be popping into here, perhaps using one of those wallets that come in here, the paper wallets, pop the things into there. And then putting my finished cards in there as well, if I wasn't giving these straight away, so that you can actually go back to them and know that you've got them to hand ready. So that's what I tend to do with mine. When I make anything out of my craft kits, that's exactly what I do with mine. But they are really, really cute. And Debbie's putting her things away. She's forgot she's got to do some more work. And it's not home time just yet, Debbie. So let's pop that in, and then let's get using this gorgeous kit again, because this is what this show is all about. It's the brand new launch of our wobbling wobbling character craft kit. See, it's slower, comes out better. But these are super cute. And of course, you can put two of them together. So you've just seen me do it with my Father Christmas one. Let's put our little superhero boy with that gorgeous little fairy. And you know what I might do a little different?
Go on.
Let's die cut first and then stamp into them. So bringing in the two dies. Pop that there. I'm going to have some low tack tape, so I'm just going to pick up some low tack tape. And we'll cut these through at the same time in our mini. Because like I said, if you haven't got a die cutting machine, and perhaps this is the first, first time out crafting, start with something small if that's what you want to do. But this is a powerful machine. It really, really is, Becky. You're going to be able to do so much with it and cut so much out with it. And I know that all of our craft experts love using theirs. Simple platform. You have your plastic folder that you simply pop your die and paper into and run it through the mouth of the machine, and it's that easy. And it is like a lightweight portable machine that you can take out. There's lots of storage things that you can get for it, but what you've got is a super strong machine that sits perfectly in your craft room, or if you're very limited to space, where I started out crafting was my kitchen table. That's where I started crafting. And why I did need a small machine. I did buy another one because it was before I was working here, because I've been crafting a long time. So I did buy another little machine that I got. Drove me mad because, like I said to you at the beginning, it used to bounce all over my kitchen table. Literally. Oh, Becky, times like that. This is when the machines that we have that have the special features to them, they've all been designed with a reason, and for you crafters. So what I've got now is my two characters where my stamps can now sit into there. Now the only difference here is, as I probably wouldn't use a rocker block for this one, I would use one of our stamping platforms, and I'll bring in our stamping mat. And I'm just going to dig down under the deep delves of the shelves. Let's get this on here. And this is when I'd line it up, because with the rocker block, it gives you the precision, but I struggle with a rocker block lining it over a piece of cardstock. How daft is that, Becky? How daft is that? But I do things for ease, and that's why I'm going to show you that this is the way you can do it as well. Show you the two different ways, and we'll use some acetate next time as well for these as well, so you can see the difference. So, I've got my little character. I need the little die cut. And then you're just simply going to line it up over there. So just please excuse the head for a second while I line it up into place. And before I commit, I check, and then I go down and I stamp my little image. So there's two ways that you can do it. And I'll do that with the fairy again, so you can see. Line it up onto your platform, and this is the smallest of the platforms that we do, which are the spring-loaded ones. Now I know they're not on the show, but they are available on the website with the absorbent mat, which absorbs the pressure when you're stamping, because it is a fabulous piece of equipment again. And I think you find something, because I love stamping. I didn't used to. Jan will tell you I hated stamping. I could never get it right, and it were all down to the fact that I didn't have the right tools. It's the same with the machines and things like that, and that's exactly the same when it comes to stamping. Now I found the right tools, I'm in my element. I love stamping. Absolutely love it. Wonder why I always avoided it, because I've got materials and tools that do the job well with ease for me. And that's why there's different stamping platforms out there, all those different things, because you've got to find what works for you, and you absolutely have. But you can see now how gorgeous they are when they're stamped up, and I'll just move that out of the way for a second, pop that back underneath there, bring in a bit of blotting coloured cardstock again, just so I can rest these on and do a tad bit of colouring. Oh, I think I'm going to have a little bit of blue on him. I think he is so cute. And again, choice of your colouring mediums entirely up to you, but honestly, Becky, I mean, the tricolours are beautiful pens to work with. The only difference here is that I would have stamped it onto watercolour cardstock using the waterproof finesse ink pad, and then the tricolours to colour in with. Because you don't get any smearing with your stamped image when you're using a water-based product. So yeah, I just think they're lovely at a great price for all those pens. Not to be confused with tri-blends, which are the same colour family. The tricolours, as you beautifully explained, they're all colours that are designed to work with each other, but the possibilities for those are endless as well, because you've got you can mix your own colour palette and things like that. to boot as well. So honestly, they're just fabulous.
They really are. Loads of people are absolutely loving these. Aisha says, the little superhero is adorable. And I completely agree. I was looking, thinking, how cute, because as soon as I look at that, I instantly think of like, you know, me great nephews and stuff like that in me family. And by that, I don't mean that I've got one nephew who's better than the others. It's just that, yeah, my 23-year-old nephew possibly wouldn't want that on a card. But yeah, I'm thinking Father's Day, that would be lovely for as well. You know, like #1 dad or dad, you're a superhero. That could be really cute, couldn't it?
Yeah.
I love the idea of it even for like christening gifts, maybe for little boys' boxes. I think there's loads you could do with them. Alison's talking about trophies and saying, did anyone see that Sarah's received the award from the Queen? It was on a story a couple of days ago. We did. Yeah. In fact, the picture I've taken of the trophy wall, I popped it up on me, Rebecca Redican Instagram CC. You can actually see it there. It's a lovely big one, isn't it? The Queen's Award. Yeah, it's fab, that is.
Absolutely. Look, I saw the video. I was working, so I didn't actually get to see it live, but what a huge honour. You know, just so lovely, isn't it, when you know, the company itself, because we are a family here. That's the thing, we're a family here.
Yeah.
And it's lovely when you see things like that happen, because everybody works together as a team. We were saying this before the show, weren't we? We were just saying before the show started, what a wonderful team we have here at Crafters Companion. And do you know, the TV team, they're like my family. I absolutely, you know, beautiful people, gorgeous that we get to work with such lovely, funny. There's the funny people as well, and funny as in laugh out loud kind of funny, because honestly we have such a laugh. We're serious when we have to be. We're hardworking where we have to be, but the lovely thing is that we get to work with some fabulous people, and it's lovely when the company itself, for all the hard work that the rest of the team do as well, get recognised with things like that.
Definitely,
really
yeah,
lovely.
it is. It's really, really wonderful, and it's you know, it's oh yeah, fab. But Queen Award, we love it. Have you ever met the Queen or anyone regal? I don't know why, but you strike me as the type of someone who would have.
Me?
Yeah.
No, well. No, I mean, we've had them visit. No, I know, no. For some reason, no. No.
Who is the most famous person you've met?
Oh, well, now you see you're opening up floodgates here, because I'm a little, excuse me, producer Johnny.
Johnny just said she's a stalker.
Actually, I do love meeting what I consider to be famous people. So I've met quite a few, let me think. David Walliams, one of my favourites, thank you, producer Johnny. Lots and lots of books fizz, as you know, because I'm a massive books fizz fan.
Yes, I know that one.
Stroking Hotels. Actually, not Stroking Hotels. No, we're not going to talk about that one, producer Johnny. No, we're not talking about that one. We've done that one before. We're not talking about that, because I did sound like a crazy stalker when I said that. But I'm not really. But I've met lots and lots of lovely people over the years. Lots of comedians as well. On my bucket list is Peter Kay.
Yes.
Peter Kay. Can you believe he did a charity show? Well, I say a charity show, raising money on my last day of my holiday when I was in Bristol. Of all the times to do one. Honestly. But I've met quite a few people. And guess who I'm meeting this weekend?
Go on, tell me.
Well, not only Joe, but I'm going to see Steps. Up close and personal.
Yes, yeah,
they're doing some signings.
Book signings, isn't it?
Well, of course. So yeah, I can't wait. Me and my friend Andrew, and I haven't seen Andrew since prior lockdown, so I'm really looking forward to that. I've got a really fun weekend lined up.
Love that.
Fun weekend lined up, so I can't wait. But yeah, I've met quite a lot of famous people.
Quite a few famous people. Get you. I love that.
Well, can I tell you a funny story, producer Johnny?
Please do.
Honestly, I was like that when I met Joe. Honestly, I was like that when I met Joe, because I'd obviously been working for Crafter Companion for a while, but moving into the TV team and moved over from one channel to another channel, Creative Craft was like a kind of moment. meeting people that I'd admired for years.
Yeah.
So the likes of all the presenters like Dean Wilson and everybody else and Martin, and I'm trying to think of all of them off the top of my head because I was like, bit like starstruck, and meeting Joe because I'd watched Joe from the very beginning, and I fell in love with him then, even more so when I actually got to work with him. And now we work together. It's lovely.
That's so
So
sweet.
yeah, so I do get a bit like that with crafting royalty as well, as I call it.
Oh, I love that. Gosh, you're quite the celeb spotter, aren't you?
Oh, Joanna
Anyone in the
Lumley on a
team met any
train.
celebs?
Yeah, I've met her once before. My friend Andrew, he's met her on a train. There must be some kind of theme going off there because she travels a lot on trains. But loads and loads of people, absolutely loads. So yeah, I've had a blast.
Oh, I love it.
But I was just going to say, Becky, can I ask you, have you met the Queen?
I have, yeah. Yeah.
Don't you be telling, just that's it. Tell us more.
Yeah, I've met, I think everybody in the royal family apart from Meghan and Harry I haven't met, but everyone else I have, yeah.
Get you! Now
Where?
then, we need to know this, Becky. Don't you be lulling me into a false sense of security. Have you met anybody from royal family and then you come and drop names like that?
No, I wasn't going to say anything. It's only because you asked. Yeah, yes, I have indeedy doodles.
Oh, yeah, we need to know more, Becky.
I met them at Buckingham Palace.
Oh, wait a minute. What were you doing
I wasn't
at
head
Buckingham
elf at
Palace?
Christmas, no. Oh, funny. No, I won an award for work that I had done with young people. And yes, I got an award from the Queen and got to meet her and Mum and all of that. And curtsy the lot.
Becky, you've kept that quiet.
We've had some questions in. Craft... Gidgey has asked, is there a difference between die cutting before or after stamping? Is it just a preference when colouring?
It's purely exactly that, Becky, a preference. And as you can see, because I'm stamping and now colouring, it's entirely up to you. I think it's what you feel comfortable with. So there's no difference. It's exactly the same. It's just down to a purely preference of what it is that you like to do. I don't mind either way. I think sometimes it depends on my design, whereas I know with those, either way, because the ones that I stamped earlier for me, like my little dog one that I did, I coloured, stamped, and then, did it that way around. Stamped, coloured, and then die cut. This one, I've done it the other way around. I've die cut, stamped, and then now colouring and just finishing him off. Because honestly, there's no right or wrong way. I think it is all down to that personal choice.
Lovely. Stephanie's got a good idea. He's saying, if you fussy cut the superhero and you clip off the cape, it looks like a boy in pyjamas.
Yes, it does. I thought that when I sew it as well. So yes, I did think that. All you need to do is take your little snippy scissors and go underneath here. Yeah. Take off his cape.
Easy.
Ba-boom. Absolutely.
That's a great idea. You could use that for maybe invites for a sleepover, or you could do it for, sort of, even if it was a little memento for, sort of young people sleeping in their sort of big beds, the first time and things like that. I think that's a great idea, Stephanie. That's really special.
Yeah.
Caroline has asked, Debbie, will you be doing any more Facebook Lives in the future? I loved the very first one a few weeks back.
Well, I did, but I'll be totally honest. I haven't been at home very much recently. And when I was at home, I had my daughter. My daughter came home from Bristol, so I got a couple of days in with her because I'd been working around that. So I hadn't got anything planned just yet, but I am going to, because I'm going to do a little bit of a crafty session and do that because I absolutely had a blast. I loved it. So I might have to incorporate in with some of the new things that we've got coming up. What I just need to do is work out how. I really do need to sit down with Craig. I should have had a meeting as well today with somebody else who works in the team to help me out how I would get this overhead kind of thing, because I think it'd be difficult to craft and talk at the same time. So there is a way around it, but I just need to know. And there was somebody on that Facebook Live that actually told me about something that I needed to get.
You just need like a gimbal. You just need a holder.
A gimbal?
Like a gimbal, or just a... it's a thing that will hold your phone in it, and it just holds it, so it's hands-free. And
that's what I need, you see, because I have got other appliances like my iPad and things like that, so I can do a bit of multitasking, which is what I tried doing last time. But actually crafting and doing that is another matter. And I am a little bit non-techie. Is that the right word?
Yeah, yeah.
Non-gadget techie.
Yes.
Because this is my thing. I'm not into the gadgets or the social media kind of thing, but yeah, I'm going to do. So stay tuned. I don't know when, but I'm going to try and get all that bit, all the behind the scenes bit done and get all the bits that I need, and then I'll let you know when I'm going to do that, because absolutely, I had a blast. I was only supposed to, Becky, me, I'm only going to be on 15 minutes. Oh,
did you get nattery?
I was on nearly an hour, and then nearly crashed into Sarah and Ben's live, and I'm like, oops, I better come off. But yeah, I had a blast. I really, really enjoyed it. Now, I've got my little image coloured up, but I have got, as always, Blue Peter style, 2 of them already done, so I'm just going to move those and save those, because I've got my 2 little images coloured up, my little caped hero and my little fairy there, ready now to do a little bit of, and I'll do one with me acetate.
Right.
What did I do with my acetate that I peeled, Becky? I had it earlier. I don't know what I did with it. I'll tell you, it's invisible stuff. It's absolutely transparent, but it's brilliant, and you can cut out with it as well. So I will do that. Now, let me see if I can find my mechanisms that go with my caked heroes, and let's see if... come off there. There we go. Because I did have 2 cut out, like a dipstick, because there are invisible elements to them, and honestly, Becky, they must be around here somewhere, because I had them already die cut, but because they're invisible, no, they're not there either. No, I'm going to have to cut 2 more out. I don't know how I've managed it. Oh no, I've lost my acetate now. Hang on a minute, Becky.
All right,
just give me a second. I've even lost the acetate.
I'll go through these.
This is what I'm talking about with acetate. This is what it's like for me. I lose things all the time. So let me just see if I can find the other piece.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. It was on top of my folder.
Hey.
Dearie me, honestly. So let's pop this through. Now, I'm going to use my metal for this, so I'm going to grab my little plates, and Debbie forgot where she put them down. Let me just grab this. So I'm going to bring in for a second my metal plates. Now, acetate is a thicker medium than standard card, and this is heavyweight acetate, so it's not lightweight, it's not flimsy, it's a pure, good old heavyweight acetate that is absolutely fabulous, but needs a bit of help cutting because of that extra density. Is that the right word? Wait a minute. Dense? No.
Yeah, extra thickness.
Extra thickness, thank you, Becky. Yeah, we'll go with that one. So I'm cutting metal into metal. So I'm hoping that hasn't moved and that I did tape it down very well. And you can hear it. Difference with, because it's not a cardstock. So cardstock's smooth, whereas acetate, it's like a plastic, isn't it, really?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a plastic. So when I take that off, please don't lose the bits, Debbie, please don't lose the bits. Here we go. One out, and I'll just pop that on my hand. Becky, hang on a minute. There it is, 2. So I've got both of those on my hand, so you can see those little discs. Debbie and her eyesight's not the best. So I'm going to keep them there where I can see them.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes on them as well. And
move the acetate out of the way. I can see it now. Now it's got 2 holes in it. Pop that on there. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach them to the back of the characters. So again, choice of glue with this one. I'm going to go in with red liner tape again, just because, I might be making life difficult for myself here. Because when you take the red backing off, it's invisible tape as well. On invisible acetate, Becky.
I have faith in you.
You have more faith in me than I have in myself. But you could be using, in fact, shall we? Yeah, let's do, where's my tape pen gone? Let's bring tape pen in. Because you can do your tape pen as well. So we've got lots of glues coming up later on tonight as well, which cover all sorts of glues. I'm just going to lift that up so I can actually see where my end is, because I don't want it to go over on the others. And again, it's about finding what works for you. And what glue you think would work best for you. But all I'm doing is attaching the end to the back of him, and I'm just going to pop that down. Let's make sure I've got that on properly. and burnish that down. Let me lift off my mechanism. So I'm going to spring out that mechanism as well with this one. Exactly the same that I did with the white one. It's just that you probably find it a little bit difficult on the screen. And another reason why I do use white, especially when I'm demonstrating, is so that you can see it better.
Yes.
The thing that the acetate does, and I probably won't do it on the one, I'll bring in one of my other ones to show you, is because it is kind of see-through, it's kind of difficult to see it, but it makes a fabulous spring-loaded action and invisible, because look, you can see it's barely there. That's what acetate does for you. So there's a difference between the two, Becky, which is why I do like to mix it up a little bit. And again, I'll just pop a little bit of tape onto that end, attached it to the back of her. And if you've noticed, I'm popping it onto the back, and then the glue goes on the back of this piece now, not on the front, so that when you've got the mechanism spring-loaded out, the glue should be just attached to that little disc or the little end, depending where you want to pop it. No right or wrong way. It will work either way. So you just find what works for you. And then we're going to bring in, so I'm going to leave those there for a second, because I'm going to bring in now my other elements as well. Oh, I've just realised, Becky, we've got to do a demo of the show for this one. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Now I've moved up to the 5x7 cardstock that was in the pack. And I've chopped down my pieces, which are all 8x8, by the way, so you should be asking. They're all 8x8. The coloured cardstock and the pattern paper is 8x8. So you can see straight away you've got a little choppability factor into them that will work with the chosen cards that we've got in there, and done for a reason as well. So I'm just going to pop this down. I've cut myself a little tail tab, or a little ribbon. I'm just going to pop that on. And again, glue. I use my all-purpose a lot because I do like the wiggle time. It gets me to get things nice and straight, nice and even. And just pop that across there. I've got myself another little matching papers here that I think really work well together with the stripes. And again, I'm just going to pop on some wet glue, or our all-purpose glue, onto the mat. And then I'm going to finish that off with a couple of foam pads, because I do like the ability to lift. I could be doing that with 3D Collal glue as well. And like I said, we'll cover it more later tonight, the glues, because we didn't get a chance this morning, but we will cover it later tonight, along with all the other fabulous deals that are on the show. And then just lift off. So let's get that piece up. Let's save this one. And then we'll attach our characters. So sorry, I'm just flicking it behind me. I think I'm at home. I hope John's not watching. So let's pop that going across. There we go. Let's try and centralise that up. And then we're going to add as little characters. Now I do have as well, I've got some of our little sentiments. So I've got on here, I hope your day is magical. And I'm just matting and layering it with that cardstock. And to my wonderful best friend with this one, which again, some nice sentiments on here as well, Becky, lovely, that you can use outside of this character kit as well. And I'll just pop those on. I'll pop them on in a minute. In fact, let me get them loaded with some foam pads again. Going through some foam pads today, Becky. Whew, yeah, I am. So one on each. How are we doing for time, guys? Are we all right for time?
It is 51 minutes past.
Perfect. Loads and loads of time. So what I'm going to do is pop my glue just onto the back of there, and the back of the fairy as well. And again, just onto the disc bit. So you only need a bit down. You don't need a lot. Pop them into place. So I'm going to have her there. I'm going to have him flying there. What I'm going to do is prise it out a little bit, because I want to make sure my disc is actually stuck down properly. And I want to make sure, let me make sure I've got my glue on the right area there. Let's push that out a little bit more. If you spring load this and pull it out a little bit, it does make this a bit easier when you're putting them together. And I'm just going to pop that on, lift it up. It's always difficult when it's acetate, which is, again, it's a personal preference, I think, this, Becky. Obviously, if you're going for the craft kit, not the craft kit,
the box?
The Christmas one.
Oh, the Christmas collection one that comes with acetate.
Yeah, it comes with acetate,
yeah,
which you can use. You can use in this, but you can also, like I said, you can die cut it into white card as well. So I'm just going to spring load that out again, get my disc out, pop that down. Let's have a float in that way. There we go. Lift it off. pull it into place so you've got them nice and spring loaded and got them ready for wobble. It looks like they're flying off at cards, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
your
great.
fairy going one way and my little boy the other, and I'm going to put up your day is magical, and then at the top part to my wonderful best friend. So I'll just peel that off, and then I think what we'll do is we'll get ready to do the demo of the show.
We will indeed.
But there you go. And
That
what you've
looks
got
lovely.
now
Oh, thank
is two
you.
little characters, and when, like I said, just give them a little poise out, so just give it a little bit of a spring out so that the mechanism works and you get that lovely wobbly feature
brilliant.
going off on both of them. But how gorgeous are they? This is a gorgeous kit, the cutest wobbling characters in a craft kit form, ready for you to play with. Number 40. 40, I still keep thinking that's really hard to say, but we're at issue number 40, which are the super cute characters that you see before your eyes. I love them, and I know from the response that I've been getting in the gallery that you guys are loving them too. I'm going to get all the rest of my demos lined up because we'll do that demo of the show in a moment.
Whilst you're doing that, lots of you have been messaging about the mini because we've had that fantastic deal on today that is still available if you want it. You get loads of free dies that fit in it perfectly. And we've seen that you can run those lovely characters through it really well. And we had the wonderful Cecilia message in before with a picture. Oh, look! Her gorgeous granddaughter using the mini. Oh my goodness, Cecilia, she is beautiful. Oh, gorgeous hair. Oh, that's so nice. So you can craft with your grandchild. That's really wonderful, isn't it? Oh, thank you for sending that. And that's it's giving me the feels. If you would like to be able to craft with your loved ones, all you need is your die cutting machine and some things to enjoy. And we've got those things for you today because we've got the Wobbling Characters Craft Kit. You have got 85 elements within here, including things such as dies, which you can use time after time, day after day, year after year. We're bringing it to you today with 50 bonus points. And if you would like to seize the moment, now is your chance because those 50 bonus points won't last forever. So do seize the moment. And just remember, once they're gone, they are gone. We are going to have a little look and vote now for demo of the show.
Right, so we started with your Pawsome, Becky. Your Pawsome. So this is number 1, which is our lovely cute dog character there.
Yeah.
And again, you can see that lovely wobble factor that you've got going off. So that's number 1. Number 2 was the my lovely Mr. and Mrs. Margaret Claus. Is that what she's called again?
Well, you said Fiona.
I love Fiona. I love Fiona, and I honestly, I'm saying with affection, let me tell you, because I absolutely love this one.
That's 2.
So that's number 2. And then lastly, I feel like I've not done all today, I've only done 3. Lastly, number 3 is our lovely, cute wobbler characters with the superhero and the fairy. And again, you can see how great that they wobble when they're off on their little spring-loaded mechanisms. So that is number 3. So we'll do that again. It's number 1, number 2, or number 3, you decide.
Great stuff. So get voting. You can vote on YouTube if you head on over to our Crafters Companion page, or on Facebook you can vote there as well. The socials are very easy to find us. There they are. Look, find us on all of those. Go and like and subscribe as well. Saves you tapping it in all the time. We have got some wonderful wobblers on the show today, as well as our fantastic box. We have been bringing to you the Christmas characters. So in here you are going to get a selection of stamps and the dies as well. If you've just tuned in, you're thinking, Bex, these look so cute, I must have them in my life. Don't forget, you can save this show and watch back on exactly how to use them. In here you're getting the stamps and the dies, which you will use over and over again, and you're getting sentiments such as merry and bright on this one. My snowman is saying love never melts as one of his sentiments. I have got Nicholas himself with things like love from Santa. We have also got Mrs. Claus here saying that she is sending you sweet wishes. The penguin, who just loves waggling around, he says, wobble I do without you. Ooh, you could use that on any of them as well, couldn't you? We've also got the little Christmas elf here, who's just got these lovely sort of pointy ears and his curly toes, and he says a jolly hello. I've then got our little gingerbread person, and they are saying gingerbread wishes and kisses. Mwah. It doesn't do that weird noise at the end. I've also got the robin in here, and this one simply says winter wishes. Remember, you can use these, interchange them. You also get the acetate with this. It's a bag of 25 acetate you get with this so that you can work with that mechanism. If you just want acetate, I have got a very special deal on the cartload in about 2 hours, and that is 75 sheets of acetate that you can use. So yes, that is in there too. Demo of the day is in and through, and demo of the day is number 2. Demo of the show.
Lucy's clothes.
Darn it.
I do
rhyme and
love.
everything. Right, I'm going to have to remember that. I'll use it later.
I do love these two characters. They are so super cute. My little Father Christmas and our lovely Fiona Christmas. Just beautiful. Absolutely love them. They are such cute characters. Whether you're going for the kit, whether you're going for the Christmas, I can guarantee that when you make these cards, you're going to absolutely fall in love. So I'm going to put that with the rose gold one and see what we get later on today. Not sure what we're going to get made tonight because we've got a lot crammed in and it's cartload. You know what they're like. Fast paced, loads of fun, loads of great deals. So yeah, you're going to have to join us for that, Becky. Becky, I'm ready for a cuppa because do you know that John? He forgot to bring one, didn't he?
He did.
So
yeah,
I'm off for a cuppa and a reset.
Okay.
So I'll see all you guys later.
Whilst you're doing that, let me remind you, we are launching brand new 12 by 12 card pads tonight that are pearlescent and glittery. If you love your metallics, you are so in the right place. I have got bargains galore. It is going to be absolutely fabulous. So do us a favour, set your alarm now for just under 2 hours time, and then join myself, Debbie, and the whole CTV team in 2 hours getting ready for those cartload bargains. We'll see you in a few.